So today I'm going to talk to you about area and perimeter. Let's start with perimeter. So let's say we have this rectangle. And imagine these lines are fences. And the purpose of perimeter is that we want to know how much fences we need to cover this area over here. But we're not trying to find this area over here. We're trying to find how much fences we need to cover this area. So let's say we know the side length is 9 and this side length is 4. So since it's a rectangle, we know that the opposite sides will be congruent. So this side and this side will be congruent. So 9 and 9, and then this side and this side will be congruent, 4 and 4. So to calculate the perimeter, you just add up all the side lengths. So the perimeter is going to be 4 plus 9 plus 4 plus 9. And if we do the math correctly, it should equal 26. So let's try out a different problem. So let's say this time they give you a square. But instead of them giving you the side lengths, they give you the perimeter. Let's say the perimeter is 60. And since we know that for a square, all the side lengths should be equal. So therefore, since the square has 4 sides, and each one of these sides must be equal, then we know that 60 divided by 4 is equal to 15, meaning that every single one of these sides should be 15. So that's perimeter. Now let's do area. So for area, we can use this rectangle, another rectangle. But this time there's a formula, a surefire way to do every area problem. And that formula is length times width. And let's say again, we have the same measurements, 9 and 4. But the purpose of area is that we want to find not what the outside is, but we want to know how much the inside is. And so if we follow the formula, we know that length times width will be the area. So area is equal to length, which is 9, and width, which is 4. Meaning that 9 times 4, meaning that area is equal to 36. Let's say again, we have this square. The same square as perimeter. And we have that 15 and 15. And we want to know what the inside is. So we do length times width again. 15 times 15, or 15 squared, we get that area is equal to 225. But before we submit our answers here, I want to know that we always want to end our answers in square feet or whatever the units are. So for example, if this was feet and this was feet, we'd say that the area would be 225 feet squared. And for the rectangle, let's say it's this time centimeters. 9 centimeters, 4 centimeters. We want to do 36 centimeters squared. But for perimeter, we'd say if this was centimeters and this was centimeters, we wouldn't say it's centimeters squared. We'd just say that it's centimeters. And same thing for this rectangle. Since it's perimeter and it says that it's centimeters, it's just centimeters. That will be it.